Here is a stack of tone coins that coin dealers typically lowball people on when they buy them because they are darkly toned. Most of these, not all of these, but most of these are the type of toning that is not attractive. And when I say something's toned, I don't mean it's attractively toned when I talk about values being lower or premiums being lower. So I did a little appraisal. We're going to talk about each one of these coins and what a dealer would pay for these. My name is Daniel and you're watching Coin Help You. Thanks for watching my latest video. If you need help with a coin, please go over to the Coin Help You community. I'll have a link in the description and in a pinned comment. Please go there to ask your questions. Also, if you'd like to buy some coins off of us, support the channel, go to porchwithcoinshop.com. So I have these in order, and what we're going to do is look at the CPG retail, which is the Coin Dealer Newsletter retail. It's the average of PCGS, NGC, and Annex, and ICG, and CAC. So you have to take this with a grain of salt. It's just a guide. Some coins will sell for more than this if they're their choice, and some coins will sell for less if they have like unsightly toning or spotting or milk spots and stuff like that, or the holder's in bad shape, or the holder's a more modern holder. A newer holder will sell for less than an older holder that's considered more conservative, possibly. So the gray sheet on this is the wholesale is $49 and the retail is $66. So this coin, you can see spots on it. You can see some uneven toning on it. It's a mint state 64. And when you turn it over, you can see some of the unsightly toning up here around the perimeter. It's not an ugly coin. Here's the mint mark right here on these. But it would be less attractive to people who are looking for a bright white specimen. And yes, most people are looking for bright white specimens. I've done this for a long time. And people will choose the white specimen over the darker or spotted one 9 times out of 10. You can get a better deal on coins like this, though. Then we have the Washington quarters here. We have the 47D. You know, someone might like this. Kind of a purple tone. But it is dark and not that attractive to most people. It's unfortunate, but that's how it is. You're looking at a retail of $38 and $28 wholesale. Then we have the 50. It's mint state 65. And as you can see, the toning's not too bad. It's not that these coins are ugly. It's just they're darker. And most people like that bright white because there's plenty of them out there to collect. These coins like this, sometimes you can use easiest on them, restore them back to the natural mint luster. Sometimes you can't. But these were just sent in as they are, or they've toned in the holders. So 1950 mint state 65 is $35 retail and $26 in the wholesale. Then we have a 1951 mint state 66. This one, straight on, you can still see some of the different patinas, different hues. So this one might sell for a little bit more. It just depends on someone who likes this. So this would be one that someone might pay, even a dealer might pay a little bit more for it because they see all the little hues going on there. So it is kind of attractive. In 66, we're looking at a $34 retail and $25 wholesale. Then we have a 52S, mint state 66. Not a lot of attractive toning on this one here. I know people do like this though, but it's not one of those you're going to sell it for a higher premium. It's just not. It's not one of those coins. So the 52S and 66 is $61 in retail and $45 wholesale. 1957, mint state 66. Real dark toning on this one. Now, see, I've got the light reflecting off of it, but straight on, that's what it's going to look like when you're looking at it. And if it's straight on dark, yeah, I can make it look better by doing this. But it's not as nice as you think it is looking at the video here. Trust me on that. So the 57 and 66 is $30 retail and $22 wholesale. Then we have a 1957D, mint state 66. Like I said, straight on, it's just not that good looking of a coin. It does have some different hues down here, but that's because I've got it in the light. If you have to do this to get some of the hues to come out, it's not what you call an attractive tone coin. That would fool people because once they get it and they look at it straight on, they'll be like, well, there's hardly any toning on this. That's kind of dark. You don't want to do that. So 1957D, 66, $47 in retail and $35 in wholesale. Then we have the Walking Liberty half dollars, and this is a 42S AU55, and it's circulated. It's probably typical, but it is a little darker toned. So the wholesale on this one's 32, and the retail is 24. Then we have the 47, 64. This one's not too bad, but like I said, straight on is what you're looking at. I can put it in the light and make it look a little bit better, but it's not that attractive on the toning side, but it's not too ugly either. So anyway, so the price on this one retail is $101 and $75 wholesale. The 1948 Mint State 63 FBL full bell lines. Now, full bell lines does not mean a coin is worth a bunch of money. A 53S it would, but it has to be certain grades too, not just the fact that it's FBL. So this is a darker tone coin here. Reverse is kind of like uneven toning, just, splotchy. This one is $57 retail and $42 wholesale. Then we have a 1950D Mint State 64. This one would probably be okay. Most dealers wouldn't penalize this one. It's a nice looking coin. Looks a little better for the grade. Being an older holder, that kind of saves it a little bit. Nice looking coin. But still yet it's in that toned area, that not extra attractive toning. $43 retail and $32 wholesale. Then we have a 51D. And this one here is the Mint State 64 FBL. And here's the reverse. Really nicely struck coin, just darkly toned. And that one, as you can see, value-wise, $68 retail and $50 wholesale. Then we have a 51S, Mint State 64. And this is always the odder toning. You can see behind this, there's a lot of luster, and it's kind of a translucent type toning. Some of this toning comes from the mint sets, the cardboard that they were in. Sometimes the toning just happens in the albums, but most of the time it's when they're pulled out of those mint sets. It can be removed, and there are some coins that are being labeled as artificial toning from those mint sets. So it's not a bad idea if you can remove this with EasyS that you would remove it, because you're going to have a nicer coin. It's just not that valuable to mess with it, really. It's not really worth messing with. As you can see here, if it's just going to get the 64, it's $35 retail and $26 wholesale. So it's really not, worth messing with. Putting too much effort into it. Unless you just want a bright white coin to stick in your type album, you buy this, crack it out, and restore it a little bit. This is the 1951 Mint State 64. Toning like this can happen in the albums as well, but it can also happen in those little envelopes that they used to use that have the chemicals in it. Can cause this as well. Usually it's a little more white than this, but it looks real close to that. It's been against something, so it has a dark streak of toning on it. So this is just one of those coins where, it's not going to be easy to sell unless you discount it. So then on the 5164, we're looking at $38 retail and $28 wholesale. Then we have a couple 53S's. Now these are not ugly coins. That one's not too bad. That one's not too bad. 53S's, this is the one that when you find it with the FBL, the full bell lines, man, it's worth a bundle. But see, the toning's still on these. It's not that it's ugly, but it's not bright white. The value on these is $34 in retail and $25 wholesale. So it's just not, I'm making it look better because of the lighting, but right there is what it really looks like in hand. Now, if I go like this, it makes it look a lot better. So you have to watch lighting when people are selling these coins online, because they will try to fool you into thinking the coin is better looking than what it is. That's using that lighting. I don't use lighting techniques like that to fool people. This is another one, straight on. Look at that. Looks like it might have some nice hues in this area, but I can put the light on it. It's just not an attractive coin. 53D, Mint State 64, FBL. I mean, it's just not that good looking of a coin. It's $31 in retail and $23 wholesale. Even graded, these are almost the grading fees. That's what they cost to have them graded. So it's just not. Straight on is what you're looking for when it comes to toning. 1958D, Mint State 64, a little older, greener holder there. Right on, dark toning, straight on, dark toning. And this one here's $27 in retail and $20 wholesale. Just not really worth having graded, Then we have the Morgan dollars. It's on the other page here. This is where it gets crazy. So I have this 90O, Mint State 62, and little unsightly toning on this coin. If you like this kind of toning, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just telling you, overall, most people would not find this that attractive. You're looking at a retail of $162 and a wholesale of $125, but NGC has it listed at $120. So what someone can do, take that lighting, make it look like it's really nice looking coin. They're not toned up or light toning. Put $125 on it and say, I'm selling it to you for gray sheet. Well, it's more than NGC retail because this right here is completely out of line. 162 for a 62. There's just no way. There's no way. So anyway, you got to watch for people doing that as well because they know, man, they're looking it up too. They're doing what I'm doing. Then you have a 97, Mint State 63. Another coin that is attractive, but in its own right, but it's just, toned up, a little darker. This one here has a retail of $143, gray sheets retail, $110 wholesale, and $110 NGC. So you see what I'm saying? When people can do that with these coins, so you have to be careful. I've been caught up in that before, selling it for gray sheet, and you find out they know what gray sheet is. They also know it's NGC's retail as well. They might even throw this number in too. So this one here, 1923, I do not like this coin at all. It's like that 58D Franklin half. It's just too dark. Mint State 64, yeah. This one was definitely in one of those envelopes. This can be restored a little bit to look a little better, maybe even a lot better. I've done it with the Morgan dollars before. It almost needs to be if it was worth it, But $85 retail, $63 gray sheet, and then it pretty much matches $85 and $85. So that's pretty close. Then we have this Silver Eagle. Now this one here, this is going to sell for a premium. Someone's going to like this, or a few people's going to like this. And it's Mint State 68. It's not an ugly coin at all. So this one should have a higher premium on it. It says that the gray sheet is $33 for the retail and $25, but this coin's going to be $45 to $55 all day long. Maybe even more than that if it goes up at a little auction on my site. Someone might even bid it up even more. I've seen dealers have $75 on coins like this. So it's not ugly there. A little splotchy, but still yet. It's Silver Eagles are not always toned. That's the thing. So what we're looking at is a retail of $1,234 and a wholesale of $923. Dealers are going to pay 20 to 30% less for these coins. That's just how it works. So if you're looking at, basically 70% of the 923, that's $646. So we'll write that down, 646. Pin to right. To, let's see, to $738. That will give a dealer room to wholesale it if they have to, because it's not going to be easy to sell some of these. Some of them are going to be okay. Some of them you can put up and they're going to sell. They're okay. The toning's not too hateful, but some of the toning on some of these was not. And if you're looking for a bright white coin and that's the customers that's coming to your table or coming to your website or your coin shop, it's just going to be too hard to sell. This, like I said, no big deal. But when you start looking at coins like this, or even like this, I mean, it's hard to sell them and you've got to discount them to move them. So thanks for watching my latest video. I hope this helped you understand about toning, the ugly toning and versus pleasing toning. Not all of it's equal. So please like, share, and comment, and have a great day.